Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Moonday Messages. What a tumultuous time we are in. We have some of the biggest transits that are happening in our lifetime right now. One that is a little scarier, maybe, is that Uranus is moving into Gemini. And every time that happened, we had a big war going on. Specifically, involving the US. So let's see how this turns out. When it comes to other transits, it's a lot around revisiting things. Retrograde season is upon us. We will have three, I believe, planets in retrograde as from this month into August and beyond that as well. Mercury is probably the one that you hear the most of. This is going retrograde, I think, around the 17th or 18th of July up until August 11th. But we are already in the pre-shadow phase, so there might already be some things that come up for you. It will go retrograde in Leo. I definitely feel it because I'm a Leo, so if you have prominent placements in Leo, you will probably already feel it as well, which can, because Mercury is the planet of communication, it can cause delays in communication, it can cause confusion in communication, it can cause someone misunderstanding you, or you misunderstand someone. A little bit more friction when it comes to communication, delays in everything communication. So also the internet, ordering things. When you are traveling, make sure that you carve out a little bit more extra time than you usually do. Stuff like that, right? And then there are other transits that urge you to step more out of codependency, out of people pleasing. It is really, really, really urging you to set boundaries. And yeah, step into the version that you are meant to be. I am about to finish an offering that helps you in 3 sessions to figure out your purpose and gives you action steps to actually step into it as well. If that is something that you're interested in, please reach out, because the first 3 to 5 people, I haven't decided yet how many, will get a huge discount. So if that's you, reach out. But yeah, it is tumultuous times. It is times around really stepping into who you are. Like I know I keep repeating myself, but like that is what we are called to. If your soul decided to be here during this time, then it is very much because you are meant to step into what you have to offer for the world. And yeah, that's why I decided to create this offering. I'm super excited about this. Okay. Before we get into the energy of the human design transit, though, let's see what signs came up for me to help you to understand that this message is for you, and they will come up on the screen right now. We have 000 for new beginnings. We have 555 for change, rapid change, specifically with Uranus in the mix. Wherever you have Gemini in your chart, this is where you can expect sudden changes and unexpected changes, unexpected endings, unexpected beginnings, and just changes in general. For me, it's in the 7th house, which is long-term relationships, and I'm like, okay, yeah, right. And it's gonna stay there for 8 years. So fun. Then we have Caterpillar and blue shopping bag. So if you see any of these or more, then this is your sign that this video is for you and this message is for you. What I heard when I was channeling very clearly, like the first thing that came up, like I usually just close my eyes and just like, okay, what is it that we need to know? And immediately what I heard was, fear not, it will work out. Fear not, it will work out. This fear not was like, even like, it was very, with a lot of bass, like it was a very strong-willed voice. It was very impressive and very, if I wouldn't know better, it might have even been a little bit scary or anxiety inducing because it was such a powerful voice. But I hear things all the time, so I'm used to it at this point, and I don't fear it anymore. I never really feared it, to be fair, but that fear not was like very present, and then it was like it will all work out. Was like just came back like afterwards, like almost like a whisper tone. So it was like, fear not, it will work out, like something like that. Very interesting how it shows up sometimes. And then there will be a sign and a sense of finally, like you will receive maybe a message or something you have been waiting for, something like you will have a sense of, oh, finally. And then when I heard that, like I had to sigh very deeply. So like it actually will also be the case for you that whenever that thing happens that makes you go, oh, finally, that you will actually have like a physical release of like, wow, like that, you know, was a long time coming. Um, so I'm excited for you. That's amazing. It might be a small thing, it might be a big thing, it might be a middle-sized thing, whatever. But like there will be a sense of you actually, maybe you're actually saying, "Oh, finally," you know. So yeah, if that happens, please come back. Let me know. Write it in the comments because I always love to know how like it like shows up for people. And then I have the feeling that for some of you, that you feel the distance between you and somebody else. This might be physical distance, this might be emotional distance, this might be just distance in the sense of like communication. So, like, you haven't talked to them in a while, and you feel the distance and you get anxiety around it. You ask questions around it. You have question marks more than, being clear about what that means. And instead, instead of allowing the confusion to take over, I want you to allow yourself to create clarity. And the way you do that is to not question how they feel or what's going on with them or why have they not like reached out, but observe how you feel and then act upon that. So turn inward about that. Don't try to figure out what's going on with them, because if you are not at the point of allowing yourself to ask them, there's no sense and there's no, point in trying to figure out what's going on with them, because you will probably not get the answer. And yeah, it's probably going to create more confusion than the clarity that you really want. So I want you to go back to observing how that dynamic makes you feel. And then what do you want to do about it? Do you want to talk to them about it? Do you want to just let it go? Do you want to do a cord cutting? What is it that you feel needs to be done about this to make you feel better? And that's what you're going to do instead of trying to figure out what's going on with them. Okay? I think that was it. That was it. Okay, let's see what the Oracle deck has to say. Also, when it comes to the distance that you're feeling with someone, I feel like for a lot of you, this might actually be family members, because if you haven't watched the last video that I uploaded, I talked a lot about guilt and shame around family dynamics. So that might be something that you're interested in watching as well. Maybe that is helpful, because I feel like that's what's going on a lot with a lot of us right now, having or needing to have a conversation with family members about changing the dynamic. For some of you, it might also be in relationships, like it's either a partner or it's someone like a situationship, someone that you're seeing and you want clarity on, like what does that mean? Like what are we doing about this? But I feel like it is actually more around, for more of you, it's around family members. And I mean immediate family members. I don't even talk about cousins and uncles, and maybe an uncle or an aunt if you're really close, but I feel like it's a close person. So it might be a parent, it might be a sibling, it can still be a cousin and you're close with them, right? But I feel like actual closeness to them when it comes to um, the family tree. The closer they are to you in the family tree, that is the people that you should look at, and one of them or maybe more of them, you actually feel an emotional or physical distance to them right now. Okay. Okay, what is it that the collective needs to know, Spirit? What else is it that we need to know right now? What is it that we need to know right now? What else do you want us to know? All of them? Just the top ones? Okay. The first two ones are Reflector and Woods. It's so funny. If you watch my message of the day, which I just started like not even a week ago, I think, we had Reflector today as well. So you're called to be the reflector and the mirror to other people right now, but in order for you to be able to do that, you need to be grounded. Because if you are reflecting back to people and you do it from a not grounded place, you will project onto them things that are coming from your ego instead of being like an actual mirror to them. Okay? So it's super important for you to allow yourself to ground yourself before you step into being the mirror for someone, reflecting something back. Maybe it is actually that conversation that you need to have with a family member or the loved one. What came through next was Divine Feminine, which is just really showing, it's just really like connected to that message here, really, because you need to be able to be in your feminine in order to reflect back, because you need to receive first. You need to receive the energy to be able to reflect it back. And maybe that's what you have been doing already. Maybe you have been receiving a lot, and now it is actually time to be bold and have that conversation with them and reflect that back to them. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have fears, which is just also really connected to the bold. Like, you don't need to be afraid to have that conversation. You don't need to be afraid to step into being that for someone else, because you're actually really good at this. And I want you to allow yourself to do it. Allow yourself to believe that you're good at this. Allow yourself to be bold and actually do it. Spirit wants me to actually read it. Maybe there's like one specific sentence that helps you to understand the energy better. You are called to take a leap of faith. You are ready to jump. You are ready to finally step into that thing you've been preparing for. It might be scary because it's unfamiliar, but there is no such thing as being ready. Everything worth going for will be scary in the beginning. Trust that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. Know that failure is an important part of success. Okay, so I feel like this conversation has been a long time coming for you. This conversation has been on your mind for a very, very, very long time, maybe even years for a few of you. And it is difficult for you to step into that fierceness, to be bold, right? To allow yourself to do it. I'm getting another message with the Divine Feminine card right now as well. For some of you, it's not that you have been in your feminine the way you need to, because you have been avoidant around this. So that is more masculine energy, actually. So like, you are invited to be more in your feminine, to feel what you need to feel. And that is also connected to then being able to ground yourself back into a the baseline energetically, emotionally, that you have, to then be able to step into being the reflector and reflect back to that person what they are incapable of seeing themselves. Okay, so I feel like, yeah, I feel like has been a long time coming, and it's difficult for you to allow yourself to just go and do it and have that conversation and say it. And for some of you, it's not even like a big thing. It's just about like, you need to finally set a boundary with that person, with that family member, with that loved one. I also see for some of you it's a friend, but it might be like a family friend. It might be a friend that you have been knowing since forever, and that's why it's so difficult to set a boundary, because that would change the dynamic that you're used to with that person, and you are afraid that that person is going to not accept that switch up of dynamic and is not open to relearn you and wanting to still be friends with you or in contact with you or close with you. You are afraid to make that change in that dynamic, but it is absolutely necessary. I feel like for a lot of you, it is also very much connected to the next level that you need to embody when it comes to the things that you're manifesting, because this conversation has been a block. This conversation has been blocking your blessings. This conversation, not having that conversation, right, is blocking your blessings, is blocking you to, well, embody the frequency you need to embody in order to match what you're calling in. Okay? So, baby, it's time. Oh, you know, overthinking is right under the fierce card on the bottom of the deck. It's don't overthink it. It's time. You already know that it's time to have that conversation. It has been coming up for the past few weeks in these readings as well, and it's still here because apparently you still haven't had that conversation, right? So just do it. There's no, like, tend to your nervous system, ground yourself first, right? Allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt first. And don't be afraid to feel while you have that conversation as well. Just like be grounded enough before you go into that conversation that you can actually carry it out without flipping into old patterns, into old ways, into deflecting, into not saying all of the things that you need to say, or whatever it used to be that you were doing prior when it comes to conversations like these. Okay? Whew. Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's the finally that you will feel after having that conversation, because I think it will be altering your life. It will be altering the next steps for you, which is exciting. So, yeah, just go for it. Make it happen, baby. I'm proud of you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, send it to people. Help me grow the channel. We are slowly but steadily growing. I think I have 159 subscribers now, so I would love to meet the 200 by August. Yeah, that's just coming through right now. So, like, I would love and appreciate you even more if you would help me to make that happen. Okay, my loves. Ooh, what a powerful message. You got this. Let me know how the conversation went. You can do it in private. My DMs are always open. You can do it in the comment section. Maybe that would inspire someone else to go ahead to have their conversation as well. And you are outing your shadow at the same time, taking your power back, but whatever feels right for you, okay? I love you, and I see you next week.